Hello guys, welcome. So you might be wondering what this is, like what this video is and whatnot. Well, let me tell you. So this is from my band Shattered Glass, right? Not quite known to many people, but I had this mission that I set up for myself, and this mission was for me to make a sign called Shattered Glass. Well, it wasn't called it, but it said Shattered Glass on it. So I made this sign. I spent my money for it and whatnot. And this isn't a video about how things failed or ended up bad. This is a video that I wanted to make because my best friend, one of my best friends, Nate Rosenthal, I made this for him, and not just him, for the entire band. In this video, I'm going to talk about and show you how I have made it, what it took me to make this, leading all up to me giving it to him. So I'm going to explain what is happening in this video. So let's start off with, so right now, currently I am cutting out with the plastic cutter. It takes quite a while. I'm sure one of you guys is going to skip this at some point because it's more of a boring piece of the video right now. But I wanted to keep it in because of the fact that this was the very starting of it. And I had an attempt before this, and that attempt failed because, like all things, you fail, and you try again until you get it right. Well, that's what I did, except for me, luckily, it only took me one more try after, and it really only, I guess I could say I really only had one try left. And I spent, like I said, $32 on this piece, which it's not expensive, but considering the fact that this was from a school, like my school, and this was for one of my projects, I had to do it the one time. If I couldn't make it a second time, is what I'm trying to say. So either I was going to get it right, which thankfully I did, or I was going to get it wrong and go home with what it was. But as you can see, it's kind of a bad angle right now, but I'm cutting it out currently, and Mr. J is the teacher. He's a really awesome teacher. Shout out to him, by the way. He helped me out with a lot of it. He helped me out with the plastic cutting. He helped me with coating it. He helped me out with designing it. But most of the work I did with me. He showed me how to do it, and then I went off and did it. So, start of it was, I didn't know what I was going to do for the design. So I had many different ideas, which I'll show up I'll show up pictures of the video. And so I had many ideas for what I wanted to do with it, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do for the metal. And I had this idea, like, as soon as I found out that I was going to be cutting with the plasma cutter in my metals class, I was like, boom, I know exactly what I'm going to make. So I set out to try to start making this. And when I first thought of doing it, I was like, okay, well, now what am I going to do? I want to make it something that's going to be similar to Shattered Glass, because that's the name of our band. So I started looking pictures online about things like Shattered Glass. There was actual Shattered Glass that came up, but apparently there was also this other thing. Now, because we're a band, and with names and being placed for things, you're not going to be the first one or the only one to come up with that name. So that name was already decided by some other band group. Now, don't know much information about them right now, but this was something I found on Facebook. It sent me a link because I'm scrolling through the browser, and I clicked on it, and apparently there was the same group, somewhat like younger people, like not kids, but teenagers, young adults, and just like us, and so they were called Shattered Glass. And I was like, oh crap, we gotta change the name. found out we don't have to exactly change the name. Call ourselves Shattered Glass. We can be named that name. Because they didn't say that that was their name. Like, they would call themselves that, just like the same with us, but they never had anything going for them. I shouldn't say that they never had anything going for them, but it was okay. It was more of a confusing kind of thing, I guess. If I'm confusing you guys, I got confused on what I was supposed to do. So I started asking around, hey, what happened, blah, blah, blah. Well, we could try it. Try what, you ask? Well, I mean as in, we can try with that name. So I proceeded on with that name. I made the sign. And like I said, I would try putting some pictures on. I don't know if I get to it, but here would be one right now, if there is one. So that picture would consist of, I found an image that looked like glass. It would look like somebody broke a window on purpose and then placed down the pieces to make it like a circle. Then what I did was I took that picture and I traced and modified. So this picture that I now modified, I made it an oval in the middle. Instead of being a circle in the middle, I took the pieces, traced them, and used this warp tool or this quick and drag tool on the photo editor software on the computer at my school, and I went from there. Now, as you can see with this, I believe, going back to the video, the plasma cutter messed up. Had an error. No, it did not. Not quite yet, but I'll mention that in a bit. So this is what I currently see in my shield that I have to hold up. Anyway, back to my story. So now I'm designing it. I finished the design, and I realized that this design wouldn't work for my cutout because I had talked to Mr. J, and this design took me a couple days, I think a week at least, for me to design it. To edit it, design it on my computer, come up with the letters, which the letters I designed them to look more like from the 70s and the 80s. And for any of the people who are watching out there, if anybody, I want you to go back into the older times, like older days. Now, I shouldn't say older days, but when garage bands was like an actual thing. You know, if that makes any sense. And I want you to think about, I don't know, what that was like for those people. We are trying to experience that same thing. We are trying to live up our dream of being a garage band and do good in our garage band called Shattered Glass. And to help motivate, I, being the keyboardist and IT guy, or whatever you want to call it, the designerist or whoever, I decided to make this sign for the band. Christmas is coming up. I think it's like 6 days until Christmas, I believe. But I'm gonna surprise the band with it. I think you're gonna really like it. And I just wanted to show you guys this, but that's this. So this is the part where it messed up and everything. All of it went bad and whatnot, but here we are back again. I got it up and running once again, and we kept cutting and cutting. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like me ranting off or whatnot, but I just felt like I wanted to put this part in. And this video that I'm making is gonna go on 2 channels. My channel, Alexander Hansen, ALEXANDER, space HANSEN, the A and the H capitalized. Repeat, that's Alexander Hansen. I will put that up on the screen. And the second channel is our band channel. It's only got 1 video on it currently. This will be the second video on it. I created this video and created the channel. I created a lot of things for the band, not just for myself. But that channel, I want to get a lot of views and stuff on. Not just for me, as I said. but for the band, specifically for the other crew members, not me, because I want to show that I can help out the band, and I want to be able to show that we do a lot of things that garage bands used to do. They went away for a long time. I know people, family members or whatnot, who they used to be in a band. My uncle, he was in a band. My stepdad's stepdad, he was in a band, and they loved it. I'm loving the same thing. Now, currently we haven't had any gigs, but we are working on that. Like I said, we are young adults and whatnot, so that's not gonna happen for us. I don't even have a car yet, but I'm gonna be getting a car next summer, next year for me. And I don't mean like 2020, like the end of December, January 1st. I mean like my temps are in March. It's coming up. But that's just my temps. Next year I'll be 16 because I'm 15 now, and I'll be able to get a lot more done, which means more videos for you guys as well. Not only this channel for my Shattered Glass, but the Alexander Hansen channel. That's not going to be just gaming anymore. Like I said, I'm sorry for ranting off about this, but I wanted to say that. So please enjoy the video, and more videos about this kind of stuff in our Shattered Glass band. But I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time.
Guys!
Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly.